One of the things we've been hearing from the media and the Democrats lately is anytime you criticize them or the FBI and you talk about the real abuses that they committed or perhaps committed, that's somehow spreading Putin's talking points and we need to avoid that or we're helping Vladimir Putin. I think the irony of this statement and the projection is unbelievable because it is in fact the Democrats, the FBI, and in fact the media that have spread, quote, Putin's talking points for the past 3 years. Now remember, we were told by the intel agencies that what Russia wanted more than anything, yes, they probably wanted Trump to win because Hillary wanted to go to war with them and have a no-fly zone over Syria, but even more than they wanted Trump to win was they wanted to cause division within our country. And in fact, it's probably true that Putin and Russia assumed that Hillary would win because the deck was so stacked in her favor. So what they were really doing was just spreading disinformation, trying to get people in this country distrusting of whoever the leader would be and distrusting of the government in general. Easily, the most effective piece of propaganda they had in accomplishing that was the Kremlin-sourced Steele dossier that made the allegations that Trump and people connected to him were working with Russia to steal the 2016 election. We now know from the IG report and from the Mueller report that these were lies. None of these allegations have been confirmed that anyone on Trump's team or Trump himself colluded illegally with Russians in any way to affect the 2016 election. No matter how much the media and Dems want to say, oh, but Trump people talk to Russians, that's not a crime. The allegation was they were working as Russian assets in order to infiltrate our election system, and that clearly didn't happen. Yet Hillary's team paid for dirt from a law firm that paid then a foreign spy, Christopher Steele, who then got his dossier that was sourced by 2 Kremlin officials. That information was then used to spy on a Trump associate, Carter Page, and get access to all of the communications that would be going on inside the Trump campaign while Page was there. This means that the Kremlin propaganda that was used to source the Steele dossier was so effective that it led to the FBI committing at least 17 abuses, including the straight-up manufacturing of evidence to make it say the opposite of what it actually said. It's led to people to this day, years later, large portions of Democrats still believing Trump is a Putin asset. It led to the media and the Dems demanding investigations that went on to this day. Allegations about Russia collusion still work their way into the impeachment articles, Article 1 under abuse of power. It led to non-stop every night media coverage of, could Trump be a Russian asset? Is Trump a stooge for Putin? It's caused more division in this country than any other piece of propaganda possibly in history. These were lies sourced by Kremlin officials. And who was it spread by? The FBI, the Democrats, the media. Now, coincidentally, after being proven wrong and spreading these Kremlin talking points for 3 years and causing incredible division, which we're told was Putin's goal, so after working for Putin's goal for 3 years, these same groups tell us, oh, and by the way, if you want to investigate alleged misconduct or crimes that we've committed, all of a sudden that's spreading Putin's talking points. I can't believe you'd spread Putin's talking points. It's gotten so ridiculous that they're actually trying to make the claim, oh, it's impossible Ukraine could have interfered in the election because clearly it was Russia, as if 2 countries couldn't interfere at the same time. It is transparent that once more we see the Democrats, the media, the intel agencies, or the deep state or establishment, however you want to phrase it, projecting onto everyone else the exact things that they're committing. They spread Putin's propaganda for 3 years. They caused more division in this country, which helped Russia and Putin than anyone could imagine. And yet they say, oh, but to look into us is actually helping Putin. It's absurd and they should be called out for it every single time. So don't leave the very people that have committed it. I mean, what I likened it to was, it would be like a KKK members sitting around discussing how racist other groups were. No one has spread more propaganda and done more to divide this country based on Kremlin lies than these groups. So we should not take them seriously when they say, oh, but don't look into our misconduct or that's spreading Kremlin lies. It is ridiculous, and once more we see, as in every single time, they accuse you of exactly what they do. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I'll be doing a live stream today, Friday, at noon Eastern time, where I'll be discussing the coup and other things and disinformation coming from the Democratic Party. So please tune in for that. And I'll have a link below where you could follow me on Twitter, BitChute, and support me on PayPal or Patreon. Thank you, everyone, and have a good one.